yesterday.
Without him.
All right, here we go. Now we're live.
Probably.
No, people wouldn't.
Yuck.
Nastihan to dish.
Madawi ka.
Halito.
Kikaroos.
Siyo.
Yate
Stongo. Oshkin yacha.
Mike.
Chokma.
Chimichogma.
Stongo.
I said,
I can't even think of it anymore right now.
Kurmante.
Buenos dias.
Kikadu. Good morning. Good morning. Coming live from the third annual Redlands Mental Health Day here live from the campus. So what are so we've been here 3 years in a row, huh?
Yep.
Podcasted last year here. Do you think it ties in with the Native American Heritage Month?
I think they try to incorporate it because
yeah.
they have Mingo dancing, showing out, chicken dancing. Last year we had Carly also do Southern Claw, and so I think they do try to tie it in. And then specifically since the partnership with the tribe, I think they try to just do the whole approach. Look, there's the man of the hour.
Man of the hour.
Hey.
Hey, chill out. Chill out, bruh.
He's trying to rep his set.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like the fact that, it is Native American Month. And why not, have a mental health day? I don't know. It just kind of seems like that's something we should be doing.
Yeah, well, you got.
But it's Native American Day for us every day.
Every day.
Like
Proud to be indigenous.
yeah. So I guess that's a double whammy right there. But do we have any comments? Anybody on? Anybody watching? Anybody care?
Thanks for joining. Let us know where you are from and how many days of sobriety you have.
You want to talk about your resentments?
Oh yes.
Oh
yes.
This is my favorite. We've heard about this for a
Well,
year straight from the last time we were the second annual.
Yeah, from this second annual.
This second annual
All right,
resentment.
let it rip. Let it rip.
Okay. Well, yeah. It's going on 2 years or a year. Okay, so last year I was here, right? And I went to the restroom. Mind you, like my vision problems were already starting, like I could still see close, so I just couldn't see far. So I come out and I go to the restroom and then I come back into the room because this is like a lobby area. There's actually like a room, kind of like a media room or conference room or whatever. And I walk in and the guy from Oxford House, from Weatherford, Oxford House, we've known each other for a while. We had a couple of, just paths I've crossed. He's like, hey, Barry, it's good to see you. We should probably exchange information, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, for sure. Like we'll send some clients your way. And then somebody over the loudspeaker goes, hey, you in the back. We're praying. I was like, oh, my bad. So I just bow my head. And she's like, hat. all me. And then she goes like, dear Lord. It's like, oh my God. Like, what sense does that make? I don't know. It just kind of seemed.
He's still hurt.
Yeah.
I'm still hurt.
Yeah, and the best part is we would bump into that person
at
random locations, and he'd be like, "Push me into her."
Run me into her.
Yeah. Let's show her how blind I am.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Yeah, he was already making plans.
Yeah, he was gonna grab a cane and walk in today.
Yeah,
that's why Thea's next to him today.
Yeah,
it's his protector.
Yeah,
she don't even know what's going on right now.
Yeah, she's just ready.
We're just having a whole conversation over here.
Yeah, she just
jump in anytime.
Yeah.
I'm here.
All right. Stacy Star says good morning. Mingo says Wing Wednesday, and Dina says good morning from Albuquerque.
Hey, we found Wing Wednesday yesterday.
Who's in
At
Albuquerque?
Bubba's.
my Aunt Dina.
Oh, hey, Dina. Who else is in Albuquerque? Does she live there or is she at the conference?
She lives there.
Okay.
There's Christina, Belinda, and Shayna,
Shayna
are in
are in
Albuquerque for a
Albuquerque.
training.
So how'd the event go last night?
That was pretty fun. We had a lot of people come in. We did probably about 10 concho belts, I think,
Yep.
maybe
Mhm.
more. And then I don't know. I don't know what else everybody else did because we were just at our table the whole time, just helping
In the
people
zone?
in the
Helping
zone
people with the belts.
yeah, helping with belts and stuff. It was pretty cool seeing people drive from 3 hours plus away.
I know,
just for
right?
that.
Shout out to Sherry Sam
Yeah.
for coming over.
Yeah, and then we had Susan Stacy from the AST.
Mhm.
So she was learning how to do belts.
Tried
And so
to
they
cause a
all-
ruckus.
Yeah, try
Susan.
to cause a ruckus. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool because they're all trying to learn just so that way they can bring that class to their community.
To their community.
And so yeah, it'll be cool to see how it goes out. And then yeah, made some belts. The twins got some belts, some itty bitty belts.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
And
that.
then
So
Nene,
That was
I
cool.
think, was working. She was working so hard on hers. And then I was like, "Do you want to use this little machine that punches the holes?" After it was like an hour of her
Oh my
just
God.
Trying her best.
yeah,
I seen that video.
yeah. And so
Hey,
yeah,
Nene was in the zone
yeah,
though.
she was locked in.
Janet
And then-
said she finished it, so
"Oh, well, that's
That's
good.
cool.
Yeah, yeah." And so I think it's cool because now it shows like what else we can add to the class to make it easier. And so I think
Yeah.
a couple more of those little presses, and then better tables because we probably busted up those plastic tables because you just hear
Just
everybody
get on the floor.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
real loud.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Well, like it was afterwards that I was kind of thinking about, because my daughter came
Mm.
and just kind of seeing like, like I'm real grateful for, that she just had the opportunity. Like it gives people this, like with my kids, I think it's different because, her parents were both addicts, her parents were for the streets. Yeah. And it's I just thought like, wow, this is exactly what our community needs, like I don't think like I could just see it in her face, like she was making something for her baby.
Yeah.
And it's just seeing her mind working and and that's the crazy thing about like I can tell she wants to be more involved. Because she needs to go get a paper signed, right? But I mean, just I was just so thankful, that she has the opportunity to engage and to get involved and just have the opportunity to do things that, like I know a lot of parents wish they could come and do these things. But, it's always that, like nobody talks to yourself the way that you talk to yourself. So I mean, I could tell she had always been wanting to get involved. Like she'll come to speaker meetings or whatnot. That's the first time she came by herself.
Right.
And, it was just like, I really, she really enjoyed herself. So, it just had me thinking, like, I was like, kind of like, almost on the verge of being emotional because of, just thinking like where this could lead for her. So I love the fact that, you all do what y'all do.
I do like how it's like it's not like an agenda based thing. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
whatever you're feeling that day is
Rando.
what you can make. And then it was just like people were just like, oh, I want to try sewing for the first time, and like they didn't feel like judged or anything. And so we saw people start that out. We saw kids mentoring the adults.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And
They were
so-
awesome.
Yeah, and
That
so
was
it
cool.
was cool to see. And then it's pretty simple, like the event where we just buy fabric and provide the machines and stuff, and then that's it. I think it would be cool to see it in other communities like we've tried, but logistically getting all that stuff there is a nightmare.
A nightmare.
It's a ton of stuff. But yeah, it's fun because like I think we tried it with Expedition Tradition in Gary, and then we saw like a lot of the same people come back.
Yeah.
And so
Travel over from El Reno to Gary.
Yeah, and so they had a good time, and so now it's just a matter of like finding that sweet spot of where we can go to make it easier on the people traveling far, and then when and all that. But I do see it growing just from a once a month on a Tuesday, like from when it was before, where it was just like kind of internal people trying to figure out how to actually craft, and that was like 5 or 6 people, and we were struggling with those belts, like like some belts aren't even done, but from like when we started a month ago, then now we have, you know,
Just
more,
pounding them out.
yeah,
Literally.
yeah, yeah, we have them like it's just streamlined, so it's us learning together and then improving on that, and so it's pretty cool seeing everybody share their tips and tricks just to make something great. Theta made like a really nice dress, like, and so that was pretty cool.
Jeez,
Yeah, I know,
dude.
a massive dress.
Dude, what are you saying? He just called me fat.
No, he didn't.
No,
No, he
no.
did
He
not.
called me huge.
Yeah, huge. It's a big difference.
But no, the dress was super nice, and then like it started from just a sober seams day, and
Yeah.
and so it's pretty cool to see like people figuring out what they want to add next, and so I
Mhm.
think it'll be cool to see like breastplates being added into that.
That's on
Belts
our next,
finally
our
doing
next
it.
class.
Yeah.
Breastplates.
Yeah, and so-
Whenever you come.
yeah,
I missed
yeah,
one time.
I-
Wow. I
yeah,
went
it
to
was in-
Fonda America one
Yeah.
time.
Miss
Yeah,
America.
go.
Everybody
Use
was
Miss
Miss
America
America.
yesterday.
One
yesterday.
I
time
know.
I go to something, you
Yeah.
know, and now I can't.
everybody fell apart.
Yes.
Tatum was like, "Tell them all to come at 5," and then she left at 5.
Yeah.
She left.
Yeah, and Dad was all
Then he's like, "Oh, okay, leave it to Tatum. Say come at 5."
Bounce out.
So she didn't come back.
Oh,
No,
no,
she
people
came
showed
back.
up at 5
But at, like,
yesterday, and like Des
5:45.
was down there like working her little buns off
What do you mean?
Yeah.
because there was like 5 people that showed
Yeah,
up
that
at 5
just
o'clock,
Yeah.
and it was just Des that was down there helping with
See
the
what
sewing.
happens
and
when
Get me all riled up.
And here's the thing, I told Tatum, because she was like, "Well, I'm gonna leave too." I was like, "Never mind, I'm not going." And she's like, "No, I'm just playing." You can
She wasn't
go."
playing.
Yeah,
I was like, "Okay, that's crazy."
yeah.
That's when you had said that in the chat. I was like, "She left."
I don't know. I
Yeah.
had one seamstress, and it was just
Poor Daisy.
Just
So we
Des-
told you, remember, you put your name up on the board. The first person that sees it is going to be Tatum.
Oh,
She's gonna be
I
like,
know.
I'm not going to be here.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh! So
Got all
I
scared.
actually put in for some vacation days, and then me and Carmelo and Darian was talking about, oh, Tatum's gonna be like the first one to and
be
sure enough,
scared.
Crash out.
Yeah.
Dude, it wasn't even on the board like 10 minutes, and she comes in and Tita, where are you going?
Yeah, I want that day off too.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Getting all
I'm not going to
scared.
be here.
I was like, oh my gosh, I can't have a day off
By myself.
Yeah.
by myself.
I know. She's just gonna hang out at your house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wake you up.
And then she knows where I live. She'll
Yeah.
show up.
She'd be like, "You didn't share the blanket at all last night."
Hogging the blanket.
Yeah.
Dancing to the back. But yeah. All right. We got more comments. Charlene says Nyaket Neff, Carmelo, Barry, and Theta.
Hey.
Nyaket.
Good morning.
Good
Drew
morning, good
says,
morning.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
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 It's your brother.
Pivot
All right.
Whooping knuckle.
Aunt Mealy says Pivawana.
Pivot. Pivot walnut.
Yeah. Pile of walnuts. Isaac says good morning, all.
Pivot
Morning.
walnut.
And Aunt says, will you guys wish Stacy Star happy birthday? She's 29.
Hey,
birthday.
happy birthday, old lady.
And then she says, not even.
Hey,
Hessa.
Yeah. David Onzawa says good morning.
good
Oh, he's right
morning.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, show 'em your hair.
Show him the hair. Show him the hair, baby. He's got that David
Yeah.
Onzawa hair.
The
If he heard-
Onzawa
if he was
line.
facing that way, everybody would be like, when did Dave
Yeah.
get on the podcast?
Go sit at the drum.
Here, here's your drink.
Yeah. And then everybody starts telling Stacy happy birthday.
All right.
Misty Hickson says, love that y'all do this. I wish we lived closer. Isaac said, that's a huge dress.
Oh, my. See what you started?
And every time you wear it,
now,
It's
that
loose on
big
me.
dress.
you got an MC that
big
found
one.
out about it now. Every time he's out there and you're wearing it, he's going to be
Yeah.
like, that's that huge
I know.
dress.
Oh my god.
It's bigger than the flags at RV dealership.
Okay.
Sister,
Okay. Now, not
sister,
too
you're
much.
not big. You're not big, sister.
You're cute.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. I'm very happy to know that.
That was your boss.
Yeah.
He's getting back at you for
Yeah.
throwing him into
Yeah,
a
for
file
pushing
cabinet.
me. David Onslow
He
said
asked
nice
for
locks.
He asked me to push him.
He loved it.
No.
What do you mean?
He
No?
wants it again.
Oh my god.
Caught up in the moment.
Where's Tatum? I'm ready to
yeah.
tag her in.
Alfred Whiteshirt says, "Good morning, fellas."
probably
People
in
wouldn't
there.
Alf.
He's probably in there crying.
Yeah.
Because we talked about it.
Ant says Barry's looking like Mi Vida Locas Abo over there,
Hey,
acting like he was the
hey.
only one with per cap on per cap day.
Hey. Who said that?
Ant.
Alf. Oh, Ant.
And then Mingo dancing down the hallway, and then Cassandra says, "Good morning and hello."
Good
Who
morning.
Good
wouldn't
morning, sister.
It's hilarious because Brittany keeps walking off and around everywhere because she doesn't.
She doesn't want to be on camera?
because she doesn't want to be on camera the whole time.
Just letting everybody take their free stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you want to come sit in for me?
No.
No, Theta needs to
I would.
share. Mary Beaver says, "Good morning."
Oh, she said she'd sit down.
Oh, you want to sit down?
Yeah, get the hell out of here then.
What?
Go on,
Let me
babe.
give some of your time.
What?
Tag him in, I guess.
Tagging in, tagging in. She got her little squishy shears.
Now you got to go man her table.
Hey, oh, that's
She's got a big head, huh?
no. I got a big head.
Yeah.
Yeah. His
She had to
headphones are all
adjust those
loose.
head-
Goes with
Headphones.
her
I
huge
just got a
dress.
smaller head.
Isaac says, "Go on, Den."
Yeah, go on, Den.
Go on,
Can you
Den.
adjust these?
No, her head's
Oh.
just big.
Yeah. She stretched them out so they're broken.
Her huge head.
Yeah. She just left just to sit right there.
She's manning the
You can,
table.
you can even see her just right in the
Yeah.
middle.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the camera's over there, and you can tell them who you are.
Who am I? Good question.
We're
No,
good.
name is Brittany Pratt.
Very good.
I'm the outreach specialist for the SPFRX program that stands for Strategic Prevention Framework for Prescription Drugs in our prevention programs, Department of Health, Cheyenne Arapaho Tribes. And I'm really glad to be here today for the mental health and wellness event here at Redlands. They've always been, so kind to us and just really appreciate, their kindness.
Mm. I have no idea what that
Press the wrong button.
Forever long, too.
I was trying to do an applause. There we go. There we go.
Those are loud.
All right, here, let me turn them down. Let me turn them down.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Good job, Britt.
David
Yeah, she had
Onslow
an
said those
intro.
headphones are all greasy from Theta.
You have to wash your hair twice.
Sliding,
Yours are
just
gonna be
watching them
greasy now.
slide off.
Yeah. And Ant's like, it's like she's not just right over there now. Pretending to work. Doesn't even know what's on that table.
Well, she's manning my table,
Yeah.
so she's filling in. Helping
Well,
out.
so it was election time yesterday. So, congratulations to all those candidates. And I'm kind of glad that it's all over with. Hopefully people can put their fangs up, take their file their nails down,
Yeah, trim 'em at least.
trim their nails.
Clean under him, too.
It'll be 4 months of nonsense.
I know,
Because
like,
everyone will be like, well, they said they were going to do this, but they ain't done it yet.
and it's just such a, I don't know, like there's a huge disconnect as to why people don't get involved. They're always like, vote, 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 vote. Let your voice be heard. But then it's like, I don't know. Sometimes people just ain't got nothing good to say, And I kind of like the AA tradition where we don't oppose or we don't support any causes. Like,
You're just here to live.
I'm just here to live. I'm just here to help people. And, that's my main priority. And, I don't want to ever be caught up in that mix, where, and I just, I want the best for my people, but I can do it from what I'm doing. Those are the people that I'm trying to target, like they don't care about none of that, like none of that matters to them. So hopefully, you know, I just want the best for everybody. So I'm kind of glad that's all over with. You know, like people were getting ugly, you know, people were getting hateful and you know, and I don't know. It's just I'm just glad that it's over with. So
Aunt said you just got fired.
yeah. But you know, I got to stay neutral and all that. You know, I don't ever want to be caught up in thinking that I support or oppose anybody. You know, I'm here for one job, and hopefully, I can just stay focused on that. So,
Yeah, I can't wait for you to run.
yeah,
Yeah, there won't be any backlash.
yeah, yeah.
Stacy said, just see Mingo's forehead all bright and shiny in the background.
Yeah, shining.
Frida says she's on Zoom medicine 12-step for youth training. How awesome Father God is.
Oh, she might not be able to do
She
the.
can't.
Oh yeah,
The
she
girls
texted.
already said
Yeah,
that.
they're gonna.
They're
Go.
leaving at 11 to go.
Dave says, I'm just here to stay sober today. That's Dave Levi. And then David Onzawa says, I'm not even CNA and keep getting ads about to go and vote.
No, right?
Like, can tribal employees vote? I mean,
Yeah.
Who would you vote for?
I don't
Don't-
know.
don't
Yeah,
say-
he does
Yeah,
say-
hold
He's
on.
trying to track you right now.
I'm not going to go there.
Damn it.
I'll be vote for someone. They'll be like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah, just pencil somebody's name in.
I know.
None of the above.
Yeah. Leslie says, good morning. How are you today, brother?
Good morning, sis.
Aunt says, I'll hope for Kendrick. I believe in his plan. Cassandra says, happy birthday, Sister Stacy.
Oh,
Cash
is it
says,
really her birthday?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, I
Happy
guess.
birthday.
Cash says, is there any programs for tribal juveniles in ICW?
Depends on what
program.
kind,
Yeah.
like substance use or prevention type
Mhm.
or
Yeah, because we have like Talkspace, which is like telehealth counseling. That'll be for tribal youth. If you're looking for an actual like residential treatment, we lean towards Jack Brown Treatment Center in the Cherokees, and we've had a lot of good stuff come out of them. But yeah, those will be for your like teens and stuff like that.
are you just looking for like prevention work or I don't know, you got to be like more
Yeah.
specific as to what you need it geared towards.
Cash just said yes.
Oh.
Substance. Yeah, so I would say Jack Brown Treatment Center
Right.
in the Cherokees.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Usually you reach out to them. They'll do an over the phone assessment, and then they'll set an intake date. You'll have to
Don't miss
truck
the
on
intake
out
date.
there. It's in Tahlequah. And then they'll do a 3-hour intake tour of the building. It'll be the parent and the kid, and then they'll do all that stuff, and then they start doing their thing. But yeah, they have a lot of like traditional practices in there for healing, and then it's a long program. But yeah, I think we took 2 people there the past month.
Yep.
And so it's getting more and more traction, I feel like, and it's growing. Shirlene says our tribe doesn't need any help in the division of Arapaho and Cheyenne people. It's discouraging to see it happening internally. And she says, yeah, Barry for governor. Yeah.
What's it going to be like to see your
And
dad?
then Isaac
being
said,
governor?
can't talk about Barry when he runs for office because he talks about himself all the time.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, that's,
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
be like, I'm gonna do a smear campaign on myself.
Yeah.
It'd be like Eminem rapping against
Yeah.
himself. You
Yeah.
can't say nothing about me. I ain't said it already.
Aunt says, just kidding. I love you. I love you guys. Hold on.
He can't spell.
All right. I live you guys. Have this. It keeps me sane and keeps me. And to see some, oh my geez, I am struggling right now. I know my people are my people. There we go.
Yeah.
And then
I
Cash
hope, brother.
says, need prayers. Fentanyl hit our family again. We will be praying for
Definitely
you.
praying.
Aunt says, give Stacy Star a good one more time. I'm gone now. Keep it up. You guys are doing great things.
Oh.
And then Leslie says, better watch out. My brother's a pimp.
Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't even know that.
Yeah. Just add it to his resume.
No, yesterday she was like, Brother, you have a good woman. You need to marry her. I said, I can't. I'm a pimp. And she put LOL. Boy, you ain't no pimp.
Not supposed to get high on your own supply.
Yeah. So that's funny.
Isaac says multiple wives too.
They all worked at the same place.
Yeah.
Come from one of
That's
those
just-
tribes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got my own tribe.
Put him on the roll.
Yeah.
They'll all have jobs once he's good.
Yeah.
What's your roll number? 2. Well,
Talk about your shout out to the standing.
Oh
rock
yeah,
youth
yeah,
yesterday.
yeah. You could talk about that.
yes, that was crazy. Andrea Alexander is she's at the Trail of Hope Youth Conference in Standing Rock, North Dakota. So, we were just doing, normal business. Me, Brittany, and Mingo, she was producing for us yesterday, and she was just like, "Can you give the youth a shout out here at Standing Rock?" So, I'm not really thinking a lot of it. I'm just thinking, oh, maybe she's showing them, or she had us on the big screen inside the conference. And that was pretty cool, because you think, like we have like our own local people that we interact with, but to see, like to actually see that somebody else is tuning in to what we're doing, like that's amazing, and it's creating that safe space that, you always got to have a vision as to where you want things to go. So, that's exactly, like I want to be able to get on here and speak about the truth and maybe, what our youth are looking at or what it looks like on this side of recovery.
Yeah.
Instead of, because in most Native communities, addiction is rampant. That's just the norm. And I'm trying to, create this safe space where recovery is normal, just as normal as addiction, so I love that. So big shout out to Andrea, big shout out to the youth of Standing Rock, at the Trail of Hope conference. And
Hope you're listening in today.
hope you're listening in today. That means a lot to us, because we're all relatives. We all struggle with the same things. And I'm just glad that we can create a safe space for people here. Like we think it's just really here, but to see it go out and touch other communities, man, I love that. So big shout out to the youth of Standing Rock. That meant a lot to me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. David Deere says good morning. Stacy
Stongo.
says
Stongo.
Stacy says I'm a Christmas Eve baby. Today isn't my birthday, but thanks though. Had everybody in the chat telling her happy
Christmas Eve.
birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah, chat me.
Yeah.
Drop that cash in.
Yeah.
So what'd you do last night, Brittany?
What did I do?
What'd you cook for dinner?
We had, oh man, I can't remember now. I think we just had like Mickey D's. It was
They
just
can hear
a
you,
fast
Jerry.
food
I'm
night.
telling you, I'm scared.
Yeah,
All
just
this water.
fast food.
You ate fast food?
Yeah, just last
You
night we
cooked
did.
fast food.
No, we didn't cook. It was one of them nights where we're just like, I don't feel like cooking, tired. So, got Mickey
So what'd y'all
D's.
have?
What does Mickey D's have? Hamburgers, fries.
You always eat McDonald's, girl.
It's fast
Breakfast,
food.
lunch, and
I'm
dinner.
always on the run though. I'm always running errands. You're a mom of 3 kids, all under the age of 5. You're always on the run. But that was our lesson yesterday, talking about women and mothers.
Being able to chill.
hmm
Well, I
Yeah.
guess that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's all right. It has to be.
Has to be, yeah. Yep.
Well, we had stew and fry bread at the,
Yeah.
but it was probably like, well, we got to go pick my daughter up at 11 o'clock. So we always try to go get her something, and of course I couldn't resist. I had to give me a whole meal.
Uh-huh.
It's like 11 o'clock.
Just give me a snack.
Yeah, I'm just going to get me a snack. Then it turned into, yeah, just add the fries.
Yeah.
and
Give me the whole meal.
Give me a large drink.
big
Yeah.
size.
2 number 9s.
So yeah. But I do have a plan health wise.
Now you do.
Now I do. This Thursday we're gonna go pay our gym dues at Shape and just get back on it. You know, because we were going for a little while before Sundance. We were going, and
Y'all going during the evening?
yeah, we'll go during the evening, and I just get on the treadmill. But now I can lift.
No
Before I couldn't lift. I couldn't lift more than 20 pounds. And if you see this boat, it's more than
So
20
you're just
pounds.
lifting the bar.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
add me onto your family plan. And I'll go with
It's my son.
you. Yeah. So you'll have 2 in the office.
Man.
One really old one.
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off? You were only 2.
Yeah. They're Irish twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it be, though. That's how it be in Indian families.
Ghetto twins.
But yeah, so
Sadly.
that's the plan.
Sweet.
That is the plan. Thursday is to go get paid my gym dues and go ahead and get back on that treadmill and start pumping away. God.
Squat.
Like Darian did to you in the parking lot.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's squatting.
He's trying to give me a chest bump and he just pumped me real fast.
God.
Like, God, this guy.
Yeah.
He loves his dad.
Yeah.
It's all love.
I was like, dang, this guy. Desi was watching and she was over there cracking up because she seen exactly what happened. It's like, damn, no chest bump at all. Just pumped me real fast.
Oh, Brianna got on. Say good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, baby. Hope you had a good time last night. I was just talking about how emotional I kind of got on the way home after we dropped her off. And just thinking like, man, like my baby, like my baby gets to go make her baby something. Like I really appreciate that. Like I really do appreciate what this program does. And to see the positive effect that it has on my family. It makes me proud to be a part of this, and I don't consider it something that we do. I consider it something that the creator provides, so I hope my daughter keeps coming back. It's a beautiful life.
Shout out to Nova Kane.
Shout out to Nova Kane,
Okay.
Big Mama Kane.
Because I'm never getting on the line. 'Cause I know y'all gonna say that.
Yeah, but it was great. It was great to have my daughter there and just to spend time with her.
Yeah.
She's my oldest baby. She's the one that made me a responsible dad. And when I could be responsible, I remember her mom would always say, "She's not a boy," because I was always trying to rough her up, trying to play rough with her.
Now she can rough you.
Yeah, now she can rough me up. Definitely. But yeah, it was just kind of a, just kind of thinking inside my head, like, man, just on the way home, we just dropped her off. I was just really thinking, because Nat was talking about, just how it was making people feel. What's her name? Christina from Southern Plains. The way that, she just got all inspired and like she got real determined. Like those feelings, they radiate, onto other people, and other people can feel those good vibes, So, it was just such a positive space. Just nothing but positive vibes. Them 2 young ladies, Legends granddaughters, they are amazing. Them 2 young ladies are determined, like they, and they just jumped right in, and like they were like, well, this is what I want to do, like this is what I'm going to do. It was cool. Yeah, that was cool to see them young ladies just have the opportunity. Like most time, that's all. If you present the opportunity, I like the way that things just kind of, you just got to get out of their way.
Ladies there. Your resentment list, ladies.
Oh, my resentment list. Go push me into her.
Yeah.
No, she needs to come make amends with me.
Start
Throw
talking
your,
louder.
throw your hat right in front of her.
Where's she at?
I don't know. See her. She's inside the conference center.
She better
I'm
not
getting
pray
ready
this
to pray.
time. I'm gonna go barging in there.
Walk in
Well, should we go ahead and jump off into this reading?
Yeah.
We're just over here BSing now.
Mm.
All right. Today is November 5th. Still in the fall time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
When does winter start?
Is it December?
It's in the 20s of
December
December.
21st.
21st, I think.
And then that
Yeah,
will go to
I
March.
believe it. Yeah, it's my
Yeah, then
mom's
it goes till
birthday.
March. Yep. All right. So today's meditation. You could study the ancestors, but without a deep feeling of communication with them would be surface learning and surface talking. Once you have gone into yourself and have learned very deeply, appreciate it and relate to it very well, everything will come very easily. It comes from Ellen White, Nanamo. Inside of every human being are our ancestors, and these ancestors still live. Today, the white man calls this DNA, but there's more than DNA. We have the ability to go inside of ourselves and learn from the ancestors. The ancestor teachings reside in the place of the sinner. The ancestors are waiting for us to come there so they can share the ancient teachings. It is said, be still and know. Great Spirit, let me walk in the stillness.
I love that.
Mm.
There you go.
I
Mr. Mo.
love that. Because I find that so true today.
That's
you know,
literally what our program is built around.
it's literally, what, where I find myself today, is, I was exposed to, these traditional ways. I was exposed to, the language. I was exposed to our culture. I was exposed to all these different things, right? But for some reason, I don't know, like, I want to say I didn't think I deserved, I didn't think I deserved, like, I didn't think I was worthy of carrying on these things or being a part of them, or I always kind of, like,
Or just being around.
it was just that self-talk. It was always just that self-talk, me telling myself, me doubting myself, me, because you have this innate knowledge that that's where you belong, but for some reason, my mentality was holding me back, and man, I grew up with some good brothers, like just shook one of them's hand a while ago, and people that stayed involved, people that they stayed close to that drum, people that participated in our ceremonies. I would go and I always felt like I had to go and help and support because they lived that life. Not really having this understanding that it was for me, like I could go and fake that, but what I'm really doing behind the scenes over here doesn't match up with doesn't match up with that lifestyle. So I'm being more true to the streets than I am to, my ways. And it took its toll on me, but that whole time, I looked into other cultures. I wanted to be a part of these other cultures. But what I found out is I have no business, and found out the hard way, like just imagine what finding out the hard way about me trying to be another culture and not being able to connect with it and really feeling lost. I considered it. I put on my costume and I would go play gangster, or I put on my costume, I'd go play this, and I put on my costume, I'd go play drug dealer. Like I was always changing my costume, but deep down inside is where I was really lacking that spiritual connection. I couldn't find it in, all these other cultures that I went looking for it. So it wasn't until I got sober, May the 4th be with you. 2021, May the 4th be with you. 2021 is my sobriety date. And it's crazy how I can go look in all these other cultures, but whenever I hear a song, like like it stays in my head. I want to know that song when I feel that drum. Like I want to, like that's literally my heartbeat. And there's just so many things that I'm drawn to about my culture. Cedar. Every time I smell cedar, like a good thought comes to my mind. When I smell sweetgrass, like all these things are tied in, and I don't know why I feel this way. But whenever I get into recovery and I start questioning my beliefs, I start questioning, my principles, I start questioning, who I really am, and I start to understand that that's part of that innate knowledge that is trying to come out. And the more and more I participate in these things, the better I feel about myself. And then I feel like, okay, that's really who I am. I'm right at home. I'm right at home around my people. Not that I'm ever looking down on anybody else, but I'm just saying, like, feels good, to be in sweat.
Right.
It feels good to, take part in ceremonies. It feels good to, show some support for people that have lived that life their whole life, not like Johnny, me, I'm Johnny come lately, just now trying to straighten up. But yeah, I had to definitely go look within, and they say you can't give away what you don't have. And whenever I looked in and I found that love and respect that I have for myself, I was told, when you take care of those, you take care of them ways, and them ways will take care of you. You're never going to be a rich man, because that's not what it was meant for. That's not what it was intended for. As long as you have good health, as long as you have the ability, to provide for yourself and your family safe. You have clean clothes, warm baths, like, practically spoiled from, what my people came from. you know um my family's happy. My grandkids are, they know their grandpa and they love their grandpa. And I was told, those things are what makes me rich.
Mhm.
So definitely looking from within, because that's where that change had to happen. That change had to happen from within. And understand, like, I don't know, I used to have a favorite rap song. I didn't know one, I didn't know one prayer song. Like, what sense does that make? How can I have a favorite rap song, but I don't, that's not even my culture. Like, how can I have a favorite rap song, but I don't even know one prayer song? So I've been able to turn that around and find who I truly am. So I believe that, it's in my DNA. I'm Cheyenne, I'm Kiowa, I'm part Sioux, I'm part Groveon, I'm part of all these other things. But, I feel lucky. I feel lucky, blessed that I was born in the town that I was born in, around the people that I was raised around. And, I get to be my true self today. So I love that. That's a good reading. So who wants to go next?
Mello can go.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go? All right. No, you kind of. I mean, you hit it right on the head. It's like everything that.
In the butt.
Yeah,
Nipped it right in the butt.
Yeah, you right in the butt. But no, like it's just something that we've learned over time, and like literally how we've built this program. Connection back to who you are, finding out who you are. With that comes a connection back to your culture.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back to traditions. Comes back to learning who you came from, and because that's part of the process of learning who you are. Um, it's not something that was ever lost inside of you. It's been inside of you the whole time.
Yeah.
Just waiting to come out, whether it's through prayer or through ceremony or just learning more about yourself. And I think it's kind of key for us to understand that that's part of the process, and that's what we try to strive for people to accomplish when they come. And we do events like sober seams, or we have benefit dances through recovery, or just to find ways for people to come back and connect to some part of where they're from. And everybody has different ways, and we are not knowledgeable about all that, but we do our best to try to help people to understand that somewhere inside of you is your people, and where you come from, and your ancestors, and developing your relationship with not just yourself but with Creator at the same time is going to help you understand where you come from. And I think it's important for people to realize that it's not just something that's just settled in there. It's something you can help bring out, and you related to it in a really good way in talking about songs and how important those are. And like, it's real easy, growing up as kids, to remember the lyrics to different music, to whatever it was you were talking about. But I remember, like, even to this day, like, because I grew up in church, like, I remember the old hymns that my mom used to have me sing all the time. Like, in most churches don't even sing them anymore, but if anybody was to bring them up and start singing them, I'd be able to sit there without the book and be able to sing them all. And when I went and went to El Reno, Indian, I heard the CNA hymns again. Hadn't heard those in years, besides at Falls Creek, where they have them every once in a while, and they just came right back to me. So those things that sit in your heart that you learn over time will stay with you, and they'll come back. Now, you may not remember everything word for word, but as you hear more, and me and you were talking about language earlier today, and how, like, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
And we talked about Spanish because that's the people we grew up around. And like, I grew up in the restaurant business, and like, I would learn all the bad stuff right away.
Yeah.
Because that's how they talk.
That's the easy stuff.
But sometimes that's just the way you can communicate with people. But if you're not using it, like I told him today, I was like, as I was growing up, I never even knew I was a native kid. I always was a little Hispanic Mexican boy. And I never remember having problems talking to my uncle or my dad, and they were fluent Spanish speakers.
Yeah.
And so at some point, I lost all of that language after we moved to Oklahoma, after everything that happened with me. And so some of it comes back every once in a while when I start talking with people. I normally can sit and listen to people talking and can pick out what it is they're talking about, but I can't ever speak it back to them. And so, like, all of that was lost. And so when I think about that and how we're trying to apply tribes learning their languages and stuff, it's just getting people to where they're hearing it.
Yeah.
And that's why I like you talking about your friend or whatever hearing it.
Yeah.
Even in his sleep, to where he's starting to dream in that language. And I was just like, man,
dreaming in his language.
That'd be a really good idea to try to do that. And I told you, like, the last I heard, like, the Pawnee people, they only had one real fluent elder speaking. And so the people that are trying to hold on to it and try to teach are doing everything that they can to try to make sure that language doesn't die. Because there's tons of tribes out there where their language is lost and they don't know anything.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. But that's a connection, like this meditation was talking about. It's a connection to who you are and to your people, and that's going to bring out more and more, especially spirituality and emotions. And
definitely,
it's going to help build your mental capacity at the same time. That's just going to help you learn more about who you are as a person. And so it's just and that that's one of the key points in walking that red road, is knowing who you are Because if you don't know who you are, you're never going to be able to help yourself.
Yeah.
So, and then in turn, ever going to be able to turn around and try to help anybody else. So,
Good share. Good share. Would you like to?
your turn.
You want him to read it again?
No, I kind of from what you guys were talking about, how I look at it. I look back. I don't know if you guys ever heard about, when there's a grandmother, great grandma, there's a grandma, there's the mom, there's the daughter, and how all of them they came from each other, and physically, it's mentally, spiritually. And I look back at that, on how a lot of what I come from, my mother, she came from her mom, and how I also come from my grandma and great grandma. And it helps me think about that, at times, especially at times that are so stressful, hard, now that I'm married and with children, and how I think,
Now you have daughters.
yeah, and it's hard. It can be hard. I mean, yeah, I'm blessed. I wouldn't change anything for it. The family that I have, the husband that I have, but at times that are so hard, and it's just it's like a roller coaster. You have a lot of ups and downs, and there will be times where it seems like just nothing is working out. Is it going to get better? But a lot of times, the grandmother that's not here anymore, or great grandmother that has passed on, sometimes I just like they're the only ones that I could talk to, but they're not here. And so, but I think about, that I'm sure they went through hard times too, and how they got through those times. Back then they might have not had, what they have now, these resources and professional help, counselors, people they can talk to. They might have had, their elders or their people that they could talk to. A lot of times they didn't talk about it. Back then it wasn't really something you talk about, mental health. It was more like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Are you sick? Take them to the doctor or something. But no, it's just helps me, and becoming who I am now. And I'm still figuring that out. I'm mid 30 something, and so I'm still figuring that out. But when I think about and I hear stories about my, I guess ancestors or relatives that passed on, and the things that they dealt with, and how they dealt with it, they were strong. They had to deal with it, whatever at that time. Whether it was trauma, whether it was I don't know, back then, what did our people have to deal with? Racism, and what if it was
assimilation,
all that, and
colonization, all of that.
And some of it sounds like it's worse than what I have to deal with now, but how they get through the hard times, and a lot of it is they had each other, family. They had the people and their tribes.
Yeah, it was more community.
Yeah, so that's what they sometimes had to rely on. So
I like that.
Yeah,
Good share. Good share.
What I've learned over time is that the pieces of the trauma that we go through are passed down. Yes, the pieces of grief are passed down, but the parts where they had enough strength to get through it, that's passed down too. Their healing that they went through on their own is passed down too. And so to help people to understand that your past is part of your life, I was like, but what you take away from that is a key part in learning like how to make yourself stronger no matter what it is. And I think that's part of how we're dealing with our healing journeys now, is learning that we did go through a lot. I was like, but our people were strong enough to get through it. Our families were strong enough to get through it.
We're still here.
And we're still here. And that strength,
resilience,
is still here. Like
Recovery.
Yeah. So that's what I try to tell people now, is that if you focus solely on everything that went bad, I was like, you're never going to get anywhere. You have to know that whatever it is you were going through at some point, like, you were strong enough to make it through. And if you had the patience to rely on God to show you the way you needed to go, you're in his will in your life, and you're going to be better off. But you have to be patient. You have to be still, just like the meditation says, to be able to hear.
Yeah.
And that patience sometimes it can be an overwhelming thing in itself, because being still in a time where you want to think that you can control
In
everything
chaos. Yeah.
Mhm.
is like
Being still in chaos.
some of the hardest stuff to do. And we're human beings,
Mhm.
and that's one of the hardest things we ever going to have to try to accomplish. But if we can do it, then we're going to be stronger
Yeah.
and better because of it.
It's like to get there, you got to find peace, that freedom to be there, and I think that's, that's a great point to point out is, can you be still, because the last place I ever wanted to be was in my own thoughts, in my own head. Like that was the worst place for me to be most of the time. So, it was easy to play into the chaos that was going on around me, because that was way easier to deal with than dealing with my own thoughts. So that change has to come from within. You got to hear that inner voice, and because the crazy the crazy thing about addiction is when that bad spirit gets on you is that it has your voice. You know what I mean? Like that's the crazy thing about all of that, is that it uses your own voice against you. So to be able to overcome those things and to hear like the serene, the peaceful, the free berry, like I can actually, listen to myself today. And, like I was saying earlier, I have that love and respect for myself. So now I have the opportunity to show other things that same love and respect. So yeah, go ahead, Darian.
Yep.
Bring us home.
All right.
All right,
now
good share.
I
Good
have a
share.
resentment. I got told to be quiet in there. It was me, Theta, and Desi and Tatum.
My last time Barry was told to take his
I
hat off, and now you're getting.
I know.
down to
And
you
Theta
now.
took it personal. She's like, they're freaking being loud right next to us.
I already found an excuse.
Yeah. What a shame.
Who told you that?
I don't know, some lady. Not the same
Same
one. Not
lady?
the same one.
No,
Ooh,
That would've been funny, though.
sorry.
I remember
Hold
that
me
last
back.
year.
Hold me back.
What a shame. They don't like seeing happy natives. That's what it is.
Native American. Go straight to that.
During Native American Heritage Month, you're trying to silence me.
Don't you know it's our month?
Mhm.
We get 1 month.
Yeah, it's kind of like when the lady was praying. Like, we're praying. Dear God.
Yeah. I'm so humble.
So yeah, but do we have any comments?
Where'd you leave off?
Talking to the wrong guy.
You probably started David.
Nice kind of reminds me to still find other ways to meditate.
Yeah.
And then he said merciless, and then he said sweat and relax at 7 this evening.
Wow.
Mm.
Be cool. We're at in Little X.
Little X, the handle.
Little-
Yeah, I got some in-laws that were from Little X, the Bender family.
Mm.
My brother Hochini used to be married to Lisa Bender. So that was really the only time I've been down there.
Who's
but-
Hochini not been?
Huh?
I said, who's Hochini not been married to?
You been married to Hochini?
I plan on it.
Not that I know
For a
of.
little while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He didn't even ask me to
Yeah.
marry him.
Just told me sign this.
Yeah. But is that
Nat,
all the comments?
Nat says by the clinic.
Okay. I have no idea. Like, okay.
That's right across from the Thunderbird.
One time I did get it while in my addiction. I was out in the country somewhere out there, and like something weird happened, and I was like, I got to get out of this place. I got to get out of this trailer. So like, I was like, There's like, where are you gonna go? I was like, just take me to the main road, and I'll figure it out from there. And they took me to Thunderbird, and of course, it was closed like 4 o'clock in the morning. But I was like, I'll figure it out from here, and got on my phone. And somebody that I had given a ride to go see their PO hit them up and was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Oh, I'm just driving around. I got nothing to do. Do you want to come get me?" Hell yeah! Like it all worked out. The weirdest thing. So when I think about Thunderbird, that's what comes to mind.
They said Highway 9 by the no
Okay.
off Highway 9. Then Tracy White Buffalo says good morning to Tank.
Good morning, Tank. Tank. That's what Lil Rock used to call Dustin White Buffalo. He'd come walking by, he'd go, Tank. But that's all I really got. I mean, I want to go in here and see what's going on.
Not much.
Not a whole lot.
Nona Russ says good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Nona. Good morning. Good morning.
But yeah, right now they're on a break until
So
11:30.
What time are the girls leaving to go to the meeting?
They already left.
Hell yeah. They didn't want me to go.
Yeah, they wanted their own time.
Yeah, they just didn't want me to go.
They always fight like, who's going to facilitate? You got it.
I think they pick and choose like where they want us to be. Like most of the time, they don't want me to be there, which is fine with me.
Because they didn't want to eat King's thing.
Yeah,
It's all right. It's all right.
They're better than Mickey D's, though.
I know.
It's constant.
Well, what else you got now, Reno? I mean,
Whataburger,
these
Whataburger.
brands.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell, KFC.
Taco Bell,
I mean,
KFC,
Braun,
Arby's,
Salinas,
Burger King,
Ume,
Carl's Jr.,
Tequila Plata,
Robert's, Johnny's,
China King.
Sid's. Now we got Freeman's,
Yeah,
Freeman's.
China King,
Yeah,
Great
downtown
Wall, Umi's. You want pizza?
Little
We got
Caesars,
Little
Domino's.
Caesars, Pizza Express, Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
What else you want?
those are
You're
yeah.
in
Those
the
are
Yes,
mood
we did
a
get,
few of the
like, a
options.
Qdoba,
Tequila Plata, Sonic,
Montana Mike's.
Montana Mike's,
Not enough time. You could run
Casey's, Fast Break,
yeah,
Maybe.
Casey's,
Casey's.
Sticky Coop.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, Sticky
all of
Good
it.
now.
all-
Yeah, we're
all
balling,
of it.
bro.
I guess so.
Alley's Bakey.
That's all I really got. Y'all got anything else? What we got going on? See, at noon in Oklahoma City, 4400 Southwest 21st, they are having a talking circle,
Taco
Tacos.
Circle.
taco
A
circle,
taco? Tacos?
talking circle at noon that they did not want me to go to.
Mhm.
But Barry, what are you doing? Okay.
What?
Being himself.
Yeah, being myself. So, but yeah, that'll be at noon today. Should be Theta and
Tatum.
Tatum
So if you're in the area,
in the area, go check them out. So yeah, that'll be at noon, and then tomorrow we have our talking circle at 1950 South Shepherd, 1950 here in El Reno, and then Friday we have all these are Thursday and Friday. The meetings start at 7, so then we have a men's meeting at 1950 South Shepherd in El Reno. Same venue.
Yep.
Same place.
same dust bunnies.
Mhm. I
Everything.
know today some of the prevention programs they're well they already started, but at Darlington schools, Genuine,
Gen Y.
they
Genuine.
Genuine,
They-
Genuine, no, not Genuine, but
Dang, y'all are balling.
Wow.
who is it now?
Gen Y. Generation Y.
Yeah, they're like a big. I guess what are they?
Prevention.
Prevention. Yeah, they do a lot of
Dance.
I mean, pretty cool. And then they talk, and it's all related to mental health. And they are doing a presentation today at Darlington.
That's cool.
Not genuine.
Yeah, genuine.
Not
Not
Genuine,
genuine.
That's kind of. I mean, those kids would have no clue who that was. But
Nona
That's
says
funny.
win tonight. tonight. Today there's a meeting
Today
at
at
Oklahoma City.
noon in Oklahoma City.
And then Thursday it's at 7 for everybody, and then Friday's a meetings at
Yeah.
7. And then Daniel Given said, "God dang," he's like asked about food places, and you guys took off.
I guess.
Fat boys, we all know where
Yep,
these
we
things
know
go down.
where
at.
it's all.
Barry says we eat at the same 3 places.
Yeah, but they only eat at the same 3 places.
But we haven't had China King in forever.
It's Tuesday.
Well, everybody's trying to
It's
be
Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday.
Yay.
But we're
Like
getting
on a healthy
McAllister's here.
for free.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
free.
so we'll suffer with the sandwiches, I guess. I'll just have like 4 boxes.
I feel like I've had a peanut butter and jelly. Like,
Oh, I've had so many.
So
peanut butter
Taylor will
jellies.
eat that
Yeah.
anytime.
well,
he
like
loves that.
Darian brings like a whole thing of them like every day because his wife.
No, I
is
can't.
concerned.
At camp, and then because then otherwise we're starving.
Well, do y'all have anything else, fat boys? You just
We're gonna talk about
Well,
our
it's almost
food
lunchtime.
favorites.
Well, that's all I really
Oh,
got.
Barry wants to go look around.
Yeah.
Like, share,
Tracy White.
follow.
Wait. Tracy White Buffalo says, "Thank you all for being of service to me and for being a huge positive impact to my mental health journey. Have a blessed day."
Thank you, sis. Appreciate you for tuning in. Aho. Well, like, share, follow. Tell your mammy about us.
Hit it.
And we are out of here.